It is an absolutely beautiful blue sky day. And Mr. Derek's over there doing his typical can it get it home. And I've just been driving and playing with some stuff today. We fired up the good old red truck. She's been sitting for many months, and I hit the key and it fired right up. Took for a drive around the block. I think I'm going to take that to work next week because, well, she needs some love. And then the good old Ramcharger that's going to get its new motor at some point. Didn't want to start. I thought it was fun to park the Ramcharger next to the sweptline. And Mr. Terminals of previous people had some lovelies, and so we've taken this guy off. And we've got a buddy connector fitting there, and a loose wire there. Got that taken off there, and that corroded nice doing nothing, and you can even see corrosion where it's been dripping down off of that. And I don't have a good new terminal, but I'm going to be changing all this anyway, so figured I'd show a quick little quickie fix. I'm basically going to turn this terminal into one similar to that. I might do put them all into one, and I'll just use this as a bolt terminal, and I'll bolt that on, but you can see the corrosion underneath that as soon as I took that off. So I'll show a quick little way to, out of some just used stuff I got laying around, and I'll try to make a better battery terminal. I'll start with cutting this guy off, trimming down to at least some good wire where I don't have corrosion in. Now, as these wires get used and corroded, that corrosion actually grows down inside the plastic and gets down in here. And so at some point you do need to change the entire cable. But this entire thing needs love. Previous people, whatever it was is what it was, so it is no big deal. We're just going to do what we need to do with it. And this terminal was basically a crimp terminal, but it's actually a true crimp because it's got the center button there that actually pinches the wire properly, and you can look, there's really no corrosion inside, so a little green right in that one spot. So I'm going to cut this off, clean that off, cut this off, and I'm basically going to solder them all into one little fitting I have with a pair of vice grips and some torches. So I got one of these terminals. I'm going to see how much of the wires I can get inside of it. I'll have to cut that off, and I'll take a pair of vice grips or something to clamp this up here so it can hold it up, heat it up with a torch, fill it up with solder, and start dipping the wires in. And I like to fill it up with solder, then put wires. Some people put the wires and then add solder as you put. 6 to 1, half dozen the other. I like to make sure it's bonded all the way in, but I'll do a quick little melt on that, see if I can make it happen. I just cut some of the cable off and then stripped it back, and if you look inside, see if I can do this with one hand, you can see the green corrosion inside the cable. That is basically the battery corrosion growing down inside the cable, and that actually will get in between the little fibers, and you lose amperage and lose power even down inside all that. And so that's why you do have to replace the entire battery, because all of that starts to walk down, and that's when you don't get the true good power. And sometimes you have clean cables, you know, it just doesn't seem to crank really hard, and you could literally just have a corroded cable inside the cable. Some people think it's just on the ends. That corrosion will grow down inside the cable. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some electrical tape, tape all of them together at the back at the base, get all the stripped ends together so I could hold them together while I put them in while I put that in. I'll probably shut her off. She's been just letting her idle, saving some fuel, or not saving fuel, trying to use up some of her fuel. And oh, these guys, these little solar panels, you can buy them online really cheap. They just put a little trickle charge to the battery, when you have stuff that just, you know, I've got a few things that just kind of sits outside. I even added on my tractor. I've got the same little solar panel on it. They are really nice to keep the battery hot. I got on that and just it cranked right out. I mean, it cranked really fast and nice because it has a nice hot battery on it, because that little solar charger's been on it, and I don't think I fired that up, and I didn't drive it once this winter. It's been sitting since late last summer, so probably 8-9 months. All right, let me get this taped up. All right, so I rigged me up a little vice grip with these 27 bungee cords and rapid strappets that somebody has done here, and I also love that the ground cable is a speaker wire, which I'll go see if I have something better for that. But I've stuck that in there, got the clamp there, and then I've got this enough to where I can tip it up and I can feed it down in there. I like to heat that up, get hot solder in there first, and I'll put that in there, see if I can pitch up this little thing and show you how I do that. Get it good and hot. A nice puddle inside there. Oh yeah. Dip that in. See if it'll take any more. Seems to be there. And that is that. Let her cool. And we will have a nice little terminal. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean this guy off and use the post and just basically bolt it to there and there. And that'll give that. And that's how we make a quick little terminal. That's why the hoarder in me never throws anything away. You can find old battery cables and stuff like this, but it's the wrong color. I think I have a negative around here somewhere. Cables, things. It's a hose. I don't think I can get juice to flow through a hose. Well, I guess juice to do it, but sparkies can flow through a hose. Yeah, that's long as hell. I don't really want that long of a wire. Do you know where any cables are? Huh? What? Yeah. Be that way. Hey, gorgeous. I got her tight. I haven't changed the pot. I haven't changed the negative, but let's see if she cranks over. Give it a pump for good luck. Okay, I give her 2. Just like that. Quick and fast. Before, all it did was go clickety clickety click. So, hope everyone had a great Saturday. Hey, Sweptline. Ramcharger with a bad ticking motor. Yeah, we got a stuck lifter. On the next episode, she gets yanked out and new motor in. Yeah, it won't be next episode by far. It'll be later this summer.